Hey there storytellers, welcome back to my channel and welcome to day 13 of Bookoween. Today's video, we're playing a little bit of a game that I like to call Trick or Treat. As you may have guessed from the title down below, I'm going to be taking a list of autumnal, centric, perfect, fitting reads, whatever you want to say, reads for autumn and rating them trick or treat based on my own personal experiences. So without any further ado, let's get right on into it, and we're going to kick things off with Great Expectations by Charles Dickens, which, was a trick. I did not appreciate that novel, okay? I like the plot. I don't like the writing style. I just don't. The Mystery of Mrs. Christie, who I cannot remember its by right now. Sorry. That one was a treat. I really enjoyed that novel. It was a fictionalized account of the time when Agatha Christie went missing for like 9 days. That actually happened, but it was a fictionalized account of what was actually going on with her at that time, and it was just a really fun book. Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, also a treat. That book, for some reason, is always perfect for me in November. I will likely reread it again this year just because it fits. Macbeth, a treat. Witches, murder, Scotland, need I say more? Carmilla, also a treat. I expected not to actually like it as much as I did, so I was pleasantly surprised. Horns, also a treat. I really enjoy the sort of moral gray area that story takes place in. H.P. Lovecraft books in general, generally speaking, a treat. I haven't read too many, but the ones I have were just spooky enough. The Screwtape Letters, kind of a trick. I really expected a story about a demon to be a little bit more exciting, even though he's examining the human psyche. I don't know, I expected something else. It was more of a thought exercise. It wasn't bad, just a trick. Cycle of the Werewolf, a treat. I do enjoy many of Stephen King's novels, so I can't say I was entirely surprised, but it was a fun little werewolf story, and it's not very long at all. The Night Circus, trick. I like The Night Circus a lot, I really do, but I kind of expected differently, I'm not gonna lie. I expected a little bit more, I don't know, pomp and circumstance, considering we're talking about circus magicians, but what can you do? It's a little bit more than that, which is fine. It was still good. It was just, I expected something else. The Woman in Black, I think we all know, is a treat. It is so spooky in the best way. It just gets in my head and just, so spooky, so good. Edgar Allan Poe stories, also a treat. I love Edgar Allan Poe a lot. I did a book report on the narrative of Arthur Gordon Pym of Nantucket by Edgar Allan Poe, and needless to say, it was probably one of the weirdest English presentations a lot of those kids had ever seen. The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, trick. I didn't, it was spookier in my memory than it was when I actually read it. Dracula, don't come for me on this one, but it was a trick, okay? For a novel named after the guy, he's sure not in it a lot. I expected more. The Picture of Dorian Gray, also a trick. I expected more from that one. It was okay by the time I was done with it. I can't say that I feel better for having read it, but I did read it, so now at least I know what it's about. Practical Magic, also a trick. I expected more magic, less practical. And I don't really like Sally or Jillian, or even the aunts or the two daughters. I don't like anybody in that book that much, but I wanted to so bad. The City Baker's Guide to Country Living is a treat. I absolutely adore that book. It is not a complex novel at all. It is literally just a feel-good read, and feel good I did. The Lost Apothecary, kind of a trick. I ended up liking the ending more than I was expecting to at the halfway point, but it still wasn't an all-time favorite of mine, not an all-time high. I just expected a little bit more from one of the characters than I got. Coraline is a treat. I don't think one could assume that I would theme an entire bullet journal spread after a novel if I didn't enjoy it. So obviously, Coraline, a treat. Shadow of Night, also a treat. I am really enjoying the All Souls trilogy. I have to get to the third book, but that will be coming at some point and I can't wait. And last on my list, Discovery of Witches, which is the first book in the All Souls trilogy, so I think you all know it's gonna be a treat. It's gonna be a treat. I really enjoy the All Souls trilogy so far, but Discovery of Witches so far is still my favorite of the two that I've read. But that is it for this little bookish game of Trick or Treat. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by leaving a like down below. What would you rate these novels? Which ones have you read? What would you rate them? Trick or Treat? And if you have any other autumn novels that you either want to recommend or dissuade me from picking up, please let me know those in the comments as well. But for now, I'm going to get going. If you want to keep up with me and all of my bookish adventures, you can go ahead and click the subscribe button. And of course, I highly recommend that you ring the little bell so that you don't miss a beat. It will notify you every time I post a new video, which in the month of October is going to be every single day. So I will see you guys tomorrow on the next one. Bye!